Just dropped a video on explaining all this, but I figured I might as well go live for anybody interested. This is exactly what I was talking about. So, the video, in case you haven't watched it, it just recently dropped, is regarding maxing out your coins and your fodder because many times players make a mistake there, right? They'll go in to rivals and they'll play the rivals, right? Which I always do, try to do as early as I can, right? Starting Sunday, Monday, maybe even, let's say I'm done now. Rewards come out, what, early Thursday morning, late Wednesday night, whatever way you look at it. Technically, it's early Thursday morning, though. But, so as soon as, the rewards drop from the previous week, you can start your next week's climb to get the rewards and reward upgrade. Now, for some people, it is a battle, right? Depending on what division you're in. For other people, they breeze through it no matter what. For some, it's hit or miss, right? For me, it goes back and forth. Of course, as you get higher in divisions, it gets tough. Sometimes the server delay has plays a part in it, right? And then obviously, other times it's just a luck of the draw as to who your opponents are. But with that being said, I finished this one all on stream in one go. Boom, 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 hammered it out. Got the reward upgrade, and now I move on. Why do I move on? Because there's other areas to grind. I always will go into objectives, right? From objectives, I look through all this. Well, I go to live, right? Because this one is the one that updates the most. Well, these daily play completionists are easy because you just play the games. You can see I'm in the process of doing mine now, and then I've already completed all these. Right? You can go get a 88 rated left back that's actually pretty good and could fit in some evos. I'm using him as fodder, but you never know. If you need a left back, you see some evos that could potentially fit now or in his future. There you go. Plus all this fodder, including a lone Inigo Martinez, who I use on my bench. Right? Foot Birthday Cup 2's out. I did this as well. I got the McGrath, player item that will also be fodder for me, and I got all this fodder. Then the upgrade completionist. I finished that. That was just literally logging in. That was simple. And the streets won't forget. I did obviously the Roma trio. All these players, all these different objectives that came with getting these players. I will not be doing the evolutions, but the reason why I was able to complete all these so quickly is because I combined it with the cup. There's all these restrictions in the cup, so I went ahead and used these three players in this cup. Now, I explained all this in the most recent FC25 video I dropped with regarding more coins, more fodder, because many players make the mistake of playing rivals. Oh, cool, I got my upgrade. Well, I want to keep going. I want to get higher divisions. The only time you should do that, if there's other things to grind, is if you have a few more games and you can, go to the next division, which will up your rewards. But once you do that, if you truly, the goal is to maximize your coins and fodder, you got to hit these other areas, right? We talked about how there's squad battles, drafts, the moments. Many players forget about that, the moments with the stars and all that. But for me, I'm also going into this. I didn't go into too much detail in the video, so this is kind of a bonus, right? You go down in foundations, right? Or sorry, it's actually at the top of foundations, and you see here, you earn 20 stars, you get a gold pack, so that's one thing. But this is the one I'm doing now. You take 4 players from the Premier League, and you just win 12 matches with 4 players from the Premier League. Simple as that. They also have it for La Liga, Liga 1, Bundesliga, and Serie A, right? Then you go to milestones, and you scroll down, you have all this stuff you can do, right? As you go, you're going to get this. So I'm also going to be focusing on power shots because I believe if you scroll down, you'll see it here. It might be in the other one. There you go. 4 more power shot goals, right? And I get a mega pack. 1 more free kick goal. And all I get is a trophy. So I'm not as worried about that. But the 4 power shots, absolutely. Free mega pack, I'll take it. First own mastery, I'm on my way to getting that. If you have all first own players, you can get that. But this is what I'm focusing on here, League Mastery. 9 more wins with 4 France women's division players, and I get a gold pack, right? So it's not as good as the other one with the Foundations one. However, because I only need, 9 games, and I need 10 games on that, I'll combine it. That's 8 players. You can only do 2 at once because they all count for 4 players. But then I'll do these 2 together, La Liga and Liga 1, and then I'll do Bundesliga and Serie A together, right? There's fodder that many players probably don't even know is out there. Even if you get all 83s, 84s, guess what? I don't know if you saw today, but they have the 84 plus times 7 or 7, whatever the heck it was. And I got a ton of great fodder. I completed another team on my CR7 grind, right? So now I'm more than halfway done with him. I finished all the toughest ones with the team of the weeks. All the 90 squads are done. All the 89s. I literally just have the 88s and 87s. A lot of players started this way before me. Like, I didn't start until, what, a couple days ago? And the reason I got so far ahead is because I'm doing all these things. Now, I also have the squad battles, which the rewards come out early Sunday morning, right? Like 3 a.m., 2 a.m., I think it is. And you get a max amount of 12 games. And then, obviously, you get better rewards now than ever for squad battles. So, this is where I'm going to be utilizing those players from. You'll see here I go in. I'll play this because I want to get my power shots in. So it's a weaker team, as I see here. Weaker team, 61 rating, 1 chem, which means I can go higher up, which means more points, which then means higher rating at the end and better squad battles rewards. Don't sleep on these rewards. If you have time, put on, a stream in the background, right? Like you could be doing this now. Put on a podcast, whatever you want to watch. Go to the highest level where you know you can win, because if you lose, it takes your points down significantly. You will get points, but it will take them down. So I know against this team, I can absolutely go legendary, right? So I'm going to go legendary. I'm going to make sure I have subs for these 4 players because I don't need to score goals or anything with them. I simply just need to play, right? So now I'll make sure I have left wing. I know I have Guimaraes. I know I have Oberdorf, so we're good there. All right, so left winger, I would need Maradona in here, so we're good there. Then I have Hullet, Rodrigo, all these guys too to sub out because I need 4 Premier League players, so these guys have to start. So now I go in and I play. Now if you're playing a tough team, 33 chem, and they're better players, then you might want to lower that difficulty because you do want to try to ensure a win if you can. Just 1 second, let me answer this text. Alright, hopefully that works out. We'll see. And I go in and play. Now, I know it's not like the funnest thing to watch necessarily, but I'm here to tell you that this difficulty level, as you'll see here, is not just an easy win. So if you think, oh, it's squad battles, no, if you've played before, everyone's played squad battles, but if you haven't played that much, especially at higher difficulty levels, don't just go into the highest one and think you're going to win, right? Like ultimate difficulty, I use that to warm up before I go into rivals and stuff. And especially if you have better teams. Now, this is a low-rated team. But each of the games you play, there will be like a set of 4 teams. You complete those games, and there's going to be a couple tough teams, usually, and a couple lower teams, right? Now, you can set your opponents, I think, once or twice, too. And if you do that, like say there's all tough opponents left, you can do that and get some easier opponents. So that's worth noting. 1 second. Oops, I made this mistake. Hold on. Sorry, I'm kind of multitasking here, but I'll get ready to go soon. But anyway, I just wanted to provide this because many players are missing out on this, and that's why, because I used to be one of them. I would, see all these players that are getting these higher cost SBCs, and I was like, how are they getting that player? How are they having, adding up with this many coins to buy this player and that player? This is how. The problem with just playing rivals or just playing champs, especially just playing rivals, is that you look as you go with like your season rewards, there's a max amount you can get. So eventually you're not even getting any more points towards that, right? As you're working your way up. And if you don't play the game a lot, you need to maximize what you do in the game to get the most coins in fodder, especially, right? If you play the game a lot, maybe you can still grind rivals, pass your rewards upgrade, get way higher up than a lot of people, and then still do all the rest of it and get all the fodder and all the coins. But I'm just saying a lot of players don't do that, right? With the time they have, if you organize it better, you can absolutely get more fodder and more coins. I guarantee a lot of people don't know this mega pack that I'm going for is even out there, right? And how much is that in store? I don't even know how much that costs in store. But that could be the difference, too, by the way, between you packing, like I've packed Butragueño, I've packed Hullet Prime. A lot of these players, I think my whole squad, except for like one, I've packed in these packs we're talking about, right? They weren't store-bought packs. They weren't anything like that. So I want to get a power shot. A little close for a power shot. I'll have to go further. But for this lower-rated team, I'm obviously going to get a good amount of points because I'm on this higher difficulty level, right? And I can work on this power shot thing. Still trying to take him too close. I'm underestimating this low-rated opponent a little too much. Something else to note, just so you're aware, they don't really explain this, but the AI gets tougher as the game goes. Like, it's adaptive AI, so do not let them linger around, and it's not like the old FC days where you can just put the controller down. They definitely made it, especially considering on Ultimate Team you can get rewards and stuff. You're going to have to hold the controller and play, and at the higher difficulty levels especially, not only will you have to hold the controller, but you have to be ready. Like, it's not just givens, and you have your team mixed up because you're meeting these other requirements. It can be a challenge, which is actually a good thing for many, right? Because otherwise it can be boring, right? Nobody wants to sit there, at least I hate it, sitting there beating the AI, like 10, 12, nothing, like we used to have to do to grind to get the old objectives done. And the rewards weren't that good, but it would be like for a certain player that I wanted or something like that. Otherwise, it was like pulling teeth, so I wouldn't do it. But because of that, I was missing out on a lot of players I could have got. I'm going to have to get a clean break to do the 4 power shots. I'm not just going to be able to do them that close. But it's so funny, too, because as you're getting used to grinding out for this fodder and stuff, like, no, is it as exciting, but as playing, a regular opponent? No, but here's the other thing. On the other end of the spectrum, there's a lot of players who are actually wanting to kind of have these type of sessions every once in a while, and you can work on different things while you're in this setup, like while you're grinding for the fodder and coins. So now you're getting rewarded. Players in UFL are super excited, for instance, whether you know UFL or not, but they're super excited because they just now added like an AI mode, player versus AI, and it's terrible rewards. In eFootball, they're just now, for the second time ever, they have objectives to earn like one special player, and it's crazy how long it's taking to get that one player. There is no grinding for, like, I'm literally going for like a mega pack and then like 7 of 11, so player choice between 81 to 85. Like, all good fodder at least, and as soon as I get the fodder, I can go get my CR7 flashback. There is no waiting like there is like for the eFootball player. And then in UFL, the only thing they've ever done like is like you were able to get a player pick on the last page of their team pass, one player pick, and then there was like a Ronaldo, CR7 Ronaldo you could earn in this past season, right? So we're lucky to have this in FC, and you can absolutely make it fun. You can be a little more relaxed, but again, don't let it linger because there we go, 1 power shot. Don't let it linger because these opponents will come and get you, especially as the game goes. All right, so there's 1 power shot. 3 more, right? And then I get a pack right there. Then I'll be going for the 2 other packs. Now it's 7 games. Is that quite a bit? Yes. But like I said, 1, you can challenge yourself and put it on higher difficulty. 2, if you just want a chill session, put it on like anywhere from pro. I'd say like whatever one's above pro. I think it's world class. World class and up, you'll have to pay attention, right? Maybe against the lowest opponents you could score 3, 4, 5 and put it down, but world class and up, just as a rule of thumb, you're going to at least have to pay some attention. But either way, like I said, put on your favorite show in the background, put on a podcast, whatever it is. It's just up to how much time you want to, put in the game. But with the way I have my setup, I can chill and then kind of multitask while I'm doing this too, especially in these lower level games. But I need to score these 3 power shots, so I don't. And then I'm on, on stream. Otherwise, I could be like watching a podcast or a show or something like that. So definitely don't miss out on it. If you have the time and you just don't realize that this stuff's out there, you didn't look or whatever. Same with the stars, by the way. That's a whole nother pack if you complete 20 stars. But each one of those stars to get literally is seconds. You can get like 2 stars, maybe 3 stars in a minute, depending on what the challenge is. Every one of them is somewhat, quick. But some of them are even quicker than others. I keep doing that. There we go. See? You're able to pull some goofy stuff off, but I'll take that. 2 power shots now. I get 2 more, and I am in there. Alright. Perfect. So see, I'll even show you guys. It's only 2-0. But here's what would happen if I tried to do this old-fashioned. Remember how it used to be, right? They wouldn't come. Now, do I wish they would? Here's the other thing I don't want to do. Now, I'm hoping this was just UFL, but I was practicing with their new player versus AI mode. And when I sat there, hold on, I got to press pause for a sec. There we go. 1 second. Gotta change my kid's password, of course. I'll even let them play it, see how long it takes them to score. Okay. New approval. Thanks for sending in. So following the deflection, a corner kick. Okay, perfect. And a substitution in the offing. Alright. Corner kick played in. Not too easily, the keeper. Perfect. Alright, that should be good now. Chance to whip it in. That's a useful cross. Just needs to resolve the danger. Shaping to shoot. A gift for any goalkeeper. So no goals yet. That's kind of odd. I didn't see if they had any chances or anything like that, but this is the beauty of this game, though. There's so much content. You can work on your precision shooting. That's another thing. I mean, you can work on certain tactics, right? Now, the thing is, like, well, if you're working on tactics against AI, again, one, you can make the AI more difficult, even though if you're going for the highest amount of points, there's players out there that are going to play Ultimate Team every single game, which I'll do that here shortly. It's going to be tough games, but I'll do it. Yeah, I forgot if it said I need wins with these players. If I don't, then I don't mind it. But, again, in Ultimate Mode, especially depending on the team you play, like, I'll tell you this, Ultimate Mode against this team would be tough. Like, it wouldn't be just what you're seeing now. Oh, I forgot I should be going for power shots. And how did you miss that, Traore? But all these ways you can get coins and fodder, and you watch, it will just stack up for you too. So I just wanted to make sure to provide that. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and do this stream, forever either, because, it wasn't meant for that. I just wanted to add it out in there and go to the menu and show people. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the video that I could go into more detail on too. I think that's pretty much everything. So yeah, I talked about the moments. When the players say, oh, it's too much in the menus, that's all players care about, it's too much in the menus, it's too much. It's really not. Okay, so let me explain. The only thing, like, if you're a trader, then yes. Okay, so there you go. So that's the one thing. If you are constantly flipping coins, I've never gotten into that. All right, so one sec. All right, one sec. I gotta make a call, of course. All right. So we got done with that one. So yeah, so I'll just do that for 10 games in a row. Sorry, I didn't mean it for there to be all these spaces and stuff. But, when family calls, family calls. So with that being said, I just want to show you. So then I get an 82 plus 2. It's not much, but you just keep grinding. And then every once in a while, you're going to get an 88, a 91, whatever. So this is just an 82, 83. But it's fine because, like I said, they have these 84 plus times 7s. These the team of the week players you need. That takes a team full of 83s, right? Always check these too. I'm sure you do, but every once in a while you'll have the 16 coin packs. I've gotten good stuff out of them. Let's see if there is one anymore in here. Nope, there isn't. And then obviously every day once this expires in 2 hours, boom, I'll do that. I've gotten a Henry out of there, Thierry Henry. I never touch this stuff. I never buy provisions. I never have to do any of that, and neither will you if you do this right. So that's pretty much everything I have, other than just playing the games, right? I was going to go in and play a game against Ultimate Mode, but just take my word for it. Prepare for that game like you're going into a Rivals match. It will be tough. So now I got 2 out of 2 done. I'll have that done shortly. And then from there, you literally just keep stacking your rewards. You see here, I got another milestone. What did I get? Squad Battles Mastery. There you go. Boom. 1/200 Squad Battles. I didn't even know I got this one. So now I got a Jumbo Rare player pack. And it just keeps going like that. And you add up these packs. You are getting coins in the meantime, right? Then you are also furthering yourself on this ladder, right? Because once you play a certain amount of rivals, there is no more. So next thing you know, you speed up and you can get your Koulibaly or Kessié, which, by the way, once I get Kessié, he is going straight into the late to the party evolution. Check that out. Another bonus tip if you made it this far. This Kessié in the late to the party evolution. Why? Because it boosts his pace, shooting, passing, and dribbling. Then, even though you do, as a CDM as a number 6, which I'm using him as and what he's best as, even if his 88 defense isn't boosted like you wish in an evolution, he will still be available for future evolutions there. But you definitely will want his pace pushed up, his passing and his dribbling, and then just the bonuses you get the shooting pushed up. On top of that, check it out already. He has, I'll show you the defense. This is his defense. 88 interceptions. Like, you're going to put a shadow on him anyway, right? I think he goes to like 88 pace or 90. 88, his heading will get boosted. 90 defense will become like 95. Stand tackling will become like 95. Slide tackling is like 90, right? So everything is huge. His interceptions is you wish it was a little bit higher, but again, what does that go up with shadow? Like to a 90? So it's definitely in the 90s, right? You look at the play styles. Intercept plus the best play style number 6 could have. Bruiser, another big one, knocking players off the ball down the middle. Not to mention, incisive and pinged. Again, best 2. Maybe tiki-taka you could argue is up there for a CDM as far as just being a connector between defense and offense. Power shot, I mean, why not? If he's going to take a shot, it probably would be a power shot. Press proven, also huge. And then, of course, relentless to go with the stamina of 96. So you won't have to sub him out much at all, if ever, right? My Tweety, I don't sub out ever, and he's around the same thing. He's just fallen a little behind the curve. And Kessié with this first evolution will just barely pass him up, and I'll replace my Tweety with him, right? So take a look at the late to the party evolution for Kessié. You also might want to go with an attacking player because it does boost up some of the attacking attributes more. I'm set in those areas, though. So just a little side tip. Make sure you're not missing out. Get into the objectives, right? And make sure you're hitting every possible way to get your coins and your fodder. And I'm telling you, it will make a difference in the SBCs you can complete, the amount of coins you have, the whole 9, right? So for the ones I'm doing right now, it's milestones and foundations. Obviously, every day you're going to be in the live one going down the list. I mean, there's some stuff in FC Pro you can do based on some of the esports badges and different stuff like that. The coaching masterclass, if you have a buddy, hop on. You get a coin boost for 5 matches if you just play, co-op. If you already, hop on with your friends, you probably already got that one anyway. But just make sure you're checking all this. And the very, very last thing I didn't mention, but I showed it in the video, but I didn't talk about it. These right here. If you want to go even further with it, there are certain objectives that will help you boost up, especially with like the season pass part, right? You can get points for that through this manager, player, and club objectives. So it will just push you further along on your path down here with SP. You go in there, right? So I'll do it right now to manager objectives, and you complete these simple ones. Play 1 match, play 3, play. Even if you don't do these modes, you simply go in, just complete these if you want the SP. Sometimes you're on a grind for it. Sometimes you're able to play the game enough where it's no problem. You don't got to mess with this. But it's just another way that you can, push yourself, advance yourself further in these areas. So that being said, I just wanted to use this as a way to like kind of tie into that video. I got to get to some family stuff. You guys keep grinding, keep having fun. Please smash subscribe if you haven't already. Like as well on any videos you might like, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one. See you.